What's going on YouTube? My name is Darian. I'm the Bowtie Fragrance Guy. This channel, we talk about looking good and smelling what? That's right, amazing. And on today, guys, we're going to be talking about the fragrance brand Navitus Parfums, which my guy Steven over at Redolessence was the creative director for this fragrance brand. So this is his fragrance brand. So first of all, again, big, huge shout out and congratulations to Steven for being able to do this. I know that I'm not the only person that Steven has helped to influence to get into this hobby. So man, big shout out and congratulations to you, Steven, for pulling this off. Fragrances coming from you were everything that I would expect and more. So we're gonna be talking about those fragrances tonight. Steven was kind enough to send me some of his discovery sets on these fragrances. So what I've chosen to do is give you guys my top 5 from the brand. So that's what we're going to be doing tonight. So if you guys want to know what my top 5 are, keep it locked right here. All right, guys, thank you so much for keeping it locked in. Let's go ahead and jump right into this video. First off, I want to show you guys what these discovery sets look like. Now, this is a good way if you guys want to try these fragrances before finding out what bottles you may want to commit a full purchase to. This is a good way to be able to do that because they come in some nice discovery sets when you can sample these fragrances. So I think this was the first line that he came up with here. These releases, I think, were the first ones. It comes in this box like this. There were 7 fragrances that were in this particular initial release. And you know, so this is what the box looks like. Now, I will tell you guys right now, be careful when you open this because I've had it for a little while now and I still struggle to remember exactly how to open it. But there's a flap right here on the front and you just open it like so, like this, and it opens up and you have your samples in here. Very, very nice presentation on the boxes here. And this was the last 3 fragrances that he released from the collection. Let's say there were 15 milliliter bottles in this one, so I appreciate that. And it opens up like so. And there you have your fragrances. Boom. So again, that's 10 total. As I said again, I'm going to tell you guys what my top 5 were. Let's get it. All right, fellas. So for me, coming in at the 5th spot was this one right here. This one is called NAVUS. NAVUS. So I want to say right now, Steven, if I mispronounce some of these, I apologize. You guys know that Steven is quite the wordsmith. And so I apologize in advance if I don't say all these exactly correctly. But NAVUS, this is right here, came in the 5th spot for me. Of the ones that I chose, this was the freshest fragrance right here. And what I like about it, man, you know, some people really have issues with the note of neroli, but I personally love neroli. You have a nice opening in this fragrance that comes from the use of grapefruit and neroli. Beautiful, bright, fresh, citrusy opening. You know, guys know that I'm a practical reviewer, so I want to give you guys, to me, another fragrance that you can reference that it kind of reminds me of, and that's Xerjoff Neo, which to me was one of the best citrus aromatic fragrances that have ever been released. And this kind of puts me in the mindset of Xerjoff Neo, and I absolutely love this stuff. These 5 that I'm going to talk about tonight are the ones that I'm going to be committing to getting a full bottle of. I absolutely love this one right here. Of the 10, that's why I made the 5th spot. You guys know I love the heavier kind of gourmand scent, so that's what we're going to be really getting into coming up. But man, this is so good. It has a very spicy heart. It's spicy, nice cedar wood, vetiver dry down. Great fragrance right here. Coming in at the 5th spot, this one is NAVUS. All right, guys, and coming in at the 4th spot for me, this one is kind of a sexy, kind of sweet scent right here. And this one is called Intimus. Intimus came in at the 4th spot for me, man. Listen, as I said again, from a practical standpoint, if you guys have never put your nose on these fragrances, again, they're very well done. But this one puts me in the mindset of kind of like that Ferragamo Uomo. If you never smell that fragrance, it was one done by Ferragamo maybe 2 years ago. It was very sweet, had that tiramisu note. That's kind of what this reminds me of. Now it does open up again, another one that has a nice fresh citrus opening. I think there's a combination of like apple, lemon, some other citrus notes on the top. But what I really like about this one is the dry down, where you have some toasted sugar and vanilla. Man, this stuff is really, really good. It kind of gives that contrast. You get that nice citrus opening, but a very nice sweet, again, kind of sugary vanilla dry down, which makes this a very, very sexy scent. I love this one, and that's why it came in at the 4th spot. This one is called Intimus. All right, guys, now coming in at the 3rd spot, this one right here, guys, it reminds me of one of my favorite Parfum de Marly fragrances. It kind of reminds me of Carlisle. This one right here is called Virtus. Virtus. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, but man, this stuff right here is really, really, really fantastic. You know, again, you guys know I love gourmands, and this one has honey in it. Oh man, it has honey, beeswax, so you get that sweetness, that kind of gourmand sweetness that you would get from honey, but I get some spiciness from this one as well. I get some spiciness immediately in the opening of this, and it comes from a very nice cardamom note. Now, cardamom kind of can come off sweet, slightly sweet and spicy, and that's what I get from this. It's supported very nicely in the opening by a little bit of saffron. And again, when you start to get into the heart of it, man, you got some of my favorite notes in here, like cinnamon and honey. This is just a really, really good scent. Again, a nice fragrance to wear for the upcoming season. We have fall and winter. This will be a great one to add to your collection. This is called Virtus. All right, guys, and coming in at the number 2 spot of my top 5 from the Navitus Parfums collection, this one, I really, really like this one, guys. This one is called Absolutio. Absolutio. This one is so good, man. I just sprayed this on my wrist, man, and this has a lot of notes again that I personally love. When I saw that this one had almond in it, I was pretty sure I was going to like it, and I was 100% correct. Outside of the almond note, guys, this one features cinnamon, apple toffee, caramel, and chocolate. I mean, come on, guys. You know I love gourmand fragrances, so that's why I enjoy this one so much. It's a beautiful gourmand scent. And of course, for me, that's why I had to be so high up on the list. So coming in at this number 2 spot, this one is Absolutio. And guys, coming in at the number 1 spot, shortly after receiving these fragrances, I talked about this fragrance and I let Steven know that this was absolutely, hands down, my favorite fragrance of the whole line. And this one is called Arcanum. This one is called Arcanum, if you can see that. And I am overjoyed that this was one of the ones that came in the 15 milliliter bottle right here. Got a little bit right here to work with. Although again, I am going to get a full bottle of this one for sure, because this stuff is good, guys. I'm telling you right now. I called this, when I described it, I call this my warm spiced apple toddy, because that's exactly what this fragrance reminds me of. This one features notes of cinnamon, frankincense, tonka bean, and coconut, man. I'm telling you, just the combination of notes, again, it really reminds me of a warm spiced apple toddy. Again, another one that's going to be really, really good for the upcoming fall and winter season. So if you trust my take on fragrances, if you trust my opinion on fragrances, then you know what I'm saying is legit. This is the best one to me in the collection, the warm spiced apple toddy. This is called Arcanum. Now, guys, I failed to mention this initially. These fragrances come in 2 sizes. You have 50 ml and some 100 milliliter bottles. Now, from what I was able to tell, not all of them come in both sizes, but what does come in the 50 ml you get for around the 135 price point. And then the 100 ml bottles, you're looking at about 195. So that's what it's going to cost you. But again, I would recommend purchasing these sample or discovery sets first, seeing which ones you like, and then maybe thinking about investing into a full bottle. My time, I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch these videos. I talked about Steven's collection, Navitus Parfums. I always appreciate you guys taking the time to watch these videos because of course I know you could have been anywhere else in the world, but you're right here with me taking the time to watch this video, and I sincerely appreciate that. Now don't forget to take the time to like, comment, and subscribe, and share these videos out to folks that you think could use this information or find me entertaining, because I'm your main man, Darren, the Bowtie Fragrance Guy. I love to look good, and of course, I love to smell amazing. So until next time, guys, keep looking good, keep smelling even better. I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.